Today we're gonna take a look at a really cool mod, and this is, well, it's a bench. But of course you guys know me, if I'm gonna do a mod showcase on a damn bench, it better be a cool ass bench. And this bench does something really interesting. It's going to let you create your own ammunition. This is the interactive hand loader bench. And right off the bat, if you go up and click E on it, you're gonna notice you get a lot of things going on. Now don't worry guys, it's extremely easy to use this. We don't even need the stupid tips. However, unfortunately, as we go into the mechanisms of this mod, we can't do anything. And the reason why is because, well, it's simple. We have to add the materials ourselves. And the whole reason why this mod exists is because it's going to be great for RP servers. So let's go ahead, spawn some buckshot. You're gonna notice too, when you spawn in the buckshot, it's going to actually show you where it is on the bench. It's super cool. Now, of course, we don't have to keep dragging it. We can just spawn it right on top. We're going to put in a bunch of buckshot, a bunch of this, a bunch of this. Now, what are these? Well, we have primers and we have casings. And of course, if you know anything about guns and ammunition, a lot of these are very important. Now, of course, we have plenty here, but it's cool that each individual item not only is custom modeled, as you can see here, but it even has its own spot on the bench. All right, next up, we're going to go ahead and throw in some magnum rounds too. Let's go ahead and throw in some slugs while we're at it. And then some brass for the pistols and some pistol slugs. Now, what are all these used for? And thankfully, we're going to figure that out as we go along. For now, let's just go ahead and throw in a bunch of stuff. You're going to notice everything is starting to get filled in. It looks really cool. But what about down here? And this is where we're going to put our gunpowder. Now, different types of ammunition does use different types of gunpowder, so I recommend having pretty much a full stock of each. Alright, now that we have everything set up, let's go into what you can really do with this. Go ahead and press E, and then you're going to have a bunch of different options. Now you can use the number keys to switch between each individual one, and there's 3 steps in total. First things first, also in the top left corner, you're going to notice resources, which I just realized you guys can't see. Alright, sorry about that guys. I had to go ahead and change my resolution. Now you guys can see everything perfectly though. So in the top left corner, we got resources. This is going to show you every individual item you have. And as you can see, we have pretty much a little bit of everything. We also have ammo, which is empty, but don't worry, we're going to get to that. Alright, how do we load this tray? Well, we start by adding... Oh yeah, you gotta make sure you choose the ammo type you want. Now, depending on what you're trying to make, you're going to want to make sure that you get the right type of casing. And to understand which one, let's pull out the manual. Alright, so if we want the AR2, for the brass, we need the rifle. So we're going to go ahead and choose rifle. Alright, and then we can then add however many casings we want. Now we can just keep doing this, or you can press shift and plus, and it's going to add 5, or control to add 10. Now at maximum, we can add 50 casings. So let's go ahead. Oh, that is so satisfying. Now that we have the casings done, we can go on to the powder, which is going to be, well, step 2. We don't need to see this stupid tip. Now, this is important because we can adjust the amount of powder we put in using a leveler. Now, if you guys want to know exactly how much powder you need, because you have to be careful, because you can add too much or too little powder, and we're going to figure that out by, well, going to this section. As you can see, none of the shells can be loaded because they have no powder in them. Now, I know this is all kind of a little overwhelming, but don't worry. It's really simple. All we have to do is go back into the manual, and as you can see, for the powder, we need red. 25, alright? So now we know. In order to understand this, go ahead and choose change powder. We know we need red for this particular one, and we know that we need 25. Now, we don't want to do too much. Let's go ahead and add the powder. Oh. Alright, don't worry. Don't freak out. It's really simple. All we got to do is go down to the bottom right here to the tray index, and we can choose individual bullets or casings to load in, well, powder. But we're going to go ahead and just select all of them because that's just, well, that's what we want. And now that we have everything selected, we have the right number of powder. Let's load the powder. There we go. We get a nice little sound effect. And now we can finally go on to the final stage and check this out. Everything is great. All shells can be loaded. It's because we followed the manual. We used all the right things. Let's go ahead and load these shells. We get a really cool animation with the press. And now we get our ammo. Wait, where's the ammo? Ah, well, that's the thing. We have to go all the way back to our resources, go over to ammo, and there it is, our 50 rounds of AR2 ammo. Let's go ahead and dispense. We can then choose how many rounds we want to dispense. I'm going to go with the full 50, and you heard that. Bam! there is our AR2 rounds. Super cool. It gets its own box. And just to show that it does work, I'm going to go ahead and expend some of these AR2 rounds. We can see that we have, well, 110. Now we have 160. So it works perfectly. Super cool mod. Now, of course, we can, well, make other things too. For instance, let's go ahead and try some pistol rounds. So in order to do this, we got to choose the right casing. Let's choose pistol. And let's add the 50 rounds. You can see the casings also look different. And they correspond to the ammo type that you chose. And then we can go on to powder. Let's go to manual. And we can see that we need blue, powder, and 18. Again, very simple. All we got to do is just choose the right powder. Let's go with blue. And let's go ahead and lower this to 18. And then again, tray index, select all, load up the powder. Good to go. Loading press, load up the ammo. Bada bing, bada boom. Resources, ammo, dispense. Once you kind of get the hang of it, it's an extremely simple mod. And now we have 50 pistol ammo, which is of course for the 9mm. We can again expend some rounds to show that it does work. And bam, we only got, well, yeah, 50. And you can keep doing this for, again, a bunch of different types. We also have the SMG. Now again, for the SMG, we do want to make sure that we have the orange. And also we want to make sure that we choose the small rifle, which is just going to be SMG. Let's go ahead and add each individual round. All right, and then for the powder, again, we want orange and we want 20. What if we were to add 18? Well, let's go ahead and select our shells first. There we go, and let's load it up. And oh, brass doesn't have enough powder in them. All right, so we can just simply add 2 more because, well, that's all we really need. And there we go. Shells can be loaded. All the animations, all the different models and everything. It's pretty cool stuff. This is a really awesome, fully functional table to make your own ammunition, which is, you know, a fun thing. And again, you can see like we're actually using the stuff that we're using. We're even missing some casings as well. Let's go ahead and pick up some of this ammo for the SMG. Ah, lovely. So there you guys have it. A really cool mod. I don't want to spend like 10 minutes doing this because again, it's really simple, but I did want to show you a very quick run through on how to operate this table. You can make, again, tons of ammo types for the Half-Life 2 weapons, but guess what? Servers or role-playing servers can even make their own ammo types and choose how much or how little of each material you need to make those ammo types. So some cool customization for server owners, and the future of this is really bright. It's really well made and just a lot of fun to use. So as always guys, if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Links in the description. Use code NecrosVideos to save 20% off your G Fuel order, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, thanks for watching and farewell.